It said that I had a new said I could share videos on here now. I don't see the button it said I was going to have. Oh, yeah, there. Let me see what videos I can share. Oh, yeah, I can. What's up, man? I'm trying a new thing. It says I can share video files on here. We're going to see. I did this a long time ago. So I've had to practice some before I'm going to try to put this on film. I was going to the side. Lagging for y'all, it's horrible. But the wind's blowing 30-something miles an hour, and got a regular hijab or whatever, one of them dirt storms. It's brown outside. You notice it's dark and got all the lights on. The sun's shining, but it's dark as can be outside from the dirt. So I'm gonna do it in here, and I'm gonna try to find a sheltered place to hang it. But I digress. I'm gonna take a regular tarp. Okay, you notice I jumped in the deal. I'll grab you that video. I'm gonna take a regular tarp. See that? It's the rafter off of it. It says 8 by. Pause. How bad is that video coming across? I couldn't come up with a catchy thing or whatever, so I just said whatever. We'll talk some updates. Because when I turn my camera on, y'all will see some of what's going on. But I was gonna try out this new thing where I'm supposed to be able to share a video with directly from my PC to y'all, and so I'm wanting to know if it's how bad the quality is. Let's try again. See, I hit play like forever ago and it's not moving. It's frozen on my end. I can reinforce, but the actual measurements are 4 by 9'6". It's just, we'll get it at the hardware store, cover stuff up with it. This is what I keep in my yeah, that's annoying. We'll quit that. How do I quit it now? There we go. There, now it's just me again. Put my camera on. There we go. There's me. Like, really bright. Oh. Okay. There's unique t-shirts that are available on, well, this one's been available on the store. The one over here, that's the no, Wes S said no step, and then that one's new. So that's pretty much all the updates. I already dropped that 2 people out here. People just won't watch if they can't see your face. That's weird. But anyway, I'm trying to get these hats on there also. And they'll just have Wes S on them. It may be either up here, or I may put my name on the back. I don't know. I can't remember why. Probably put it up here. It's going to be a little expensive though. So just it doesn't cost me anything to have the t-shirt shop, so, or store. So figure what I can do it like this. I can do the t-shirts and stuff this way, but I can't do it like from Teespring and stuff. I mean, if I order 50 shirts and then I only sell 10 shirts, then I just have a lot of shirts. So Teespring's doesn't work well for small channels at all. So y'all still there? Anybody still there? Hey, you been? I can give y'all an update on the video I did about the keeping your head on a swivel about things getting crazy, though. I know a little bit more. Let me check for updates before I get too crazy into that. I don't get anything. Close this one out. Do this. This is a local news. But it was the guy did he pulled the trigger first. So if it ever loads, I'll read it, and then we can talk about it. Yeah, it does have the money or whatever. So the cost, but that's anything. I bought some stuff from Teespring, and I'm sorry. Yeah, I wish them all the luck in the world, but well, let's try it this way. Oh yeah, I threaten you with being replaced with this other one, and you start working. Yeah, and there's not going to be very much news on this, but yeah, that's we the individual that died in the confrontation was 57 years old. He's a white guy, and apparently him and his gal got into him and somebody got into a argument, and it escalated from inside to outside, and then anyway, the somebody called 911, and when they showed up, the guy had a gun, and they told him to drop it, and he aimed it at the officers and discharged 2 rounds, and they ended him. There is a short clip going around. A guy actually filmed what was going on from the drive-through. I don't know, they may have pulled that down already, but anyway. The guy, I don't know what the guy was thinking, but it did not go well for him at all. It didn't go like he was planning, I don't think. Is is the feed real twitchy? Everything got rearranged. My granddaughter came to visit earlier. It was a good visit. I would have been live earlier, but my granddaughter was here. So, yeah. Well, yeah. That's probably like the backward stuff. This is my favorite one. I can be commenting in the room. I can go to anybody's live stream. I can comment in that room 5, 10, 12, 24 times. Nobody acknowledges my existence. Mrs. West can type in HI, enter, and it just lights up with hellos to her. So I had a shirt drawn up. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Ben? It's messed up. You know, it's funny. She's having a jewelry sale. In case y'all are wondering. Huh? There was one set of earrings, looks like an owl from here.
Yeah. The black dang
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool. Oh wait, actually 2 of those the way they're hanging look like owls from where I'm at. I have a jewelry display in my living room now. So if y'all see another link pop up in start popping up on my, because I'm gonna start putting those things back, you know, where they show up and you go, oh, here's a little bubble or whatever. Click on this bubble or whatever. That's because I do what I can to help her out. Hey, Carol. But I wanted to do that other thing where I share the video and stuff, because I think I would really, really like to go back to doing stuff like that. And I understand that a lot of guys make their living selling the coolest high-end stuff or whatever, but I literally made that hammock, which I took a nap in, for that was like a $7 or $8 tarp, and the rope was $2 at the Dollar General, and it held my fat butt up. I think at the time I was kicking in at 185. So, you know, if you got 200-pound test on each end of it and you're in the middle, then there's only 100 pounds on, you know, there's what, 185 divided by 2. It's called statics. There's, you know, there's not 185 pounds on the string. Yeah, and they, I want to do I don't want to call it a survival challenge. I want to do an example bug out, or a bug out example, or exercise, another bug out exercise. Yeah, exercise. But I want to do it with just improvised stuff. You know, not necessarily, you know, taking an old washing machine and turning it into a tank improvised, but you know, instead of store-bought high-end camping gear, use stuff that you might find here and there on the way. You know, that kind of stuff. Hey, Killdeer. I just I let myself get too focused on what was going on in some built-up swamp, 2,000 miles away from me, and I completely let my channels get away from me. I don't have any decent content that I seriously, I don't have any decent content on my channel. I haven't put anything on Patreon. I literally worried myself into a box, and I don't want to be in there anymore. Well, that's one thing. Like I want to go, and I may go over there tomorrow. I'm going to go to the metal salvage place and see if they'll let me dig around in there, because they used to let you go out there and look and see what they had, and you can literally buy it back. Whatever scrap iron's going for, you can buy it. You just got to pay double. Like if it's $80 a ton and you go in there and you pick up, a couple $100 of stuff, when you leave, they'll charge you $300 or $400 a ton, which comes down. I mean, you go in there and you buy a couple £100 worth of steel and you walk out of there for, $20-30. Used to work that way. I don't know if they still do that or not. That's something I want to do. I want to learn to do the net weaving. I have started to do. If I hadn't lost, I have a whole roll of the old rope or whatever, the regular, not hemp, but that other stuff. It's like hemp rope. I want to do if I could find it, I would do a cowboy bed, a rope bed. There, it's actually a pretty good skill to have. There's a lot more goes into one than a lot of people realize. For a good one, you can make basically a hammock that will sag you in the middle and it gets you off the ground. It's better than sleeping on the ground. But to get one that's actually comfortable is a crap ton of work, actually. But honestly, I used 20 foot. I bought a couple 100 foot of it and I used like 20 foot and then I put the roll somewhere and I don't know where to put it. That's actually a pretty good plan too. I've got a couple of old tennis rackets out there. I just might do that. Oh, that's cool too. Okay, Ben. Let's see around. I don't even know if anybody else is live right now or anything. I didn't really check. I wanted to go live, so I went live. The one thing I've done, I've let my property go to crap. I guess I could do a video on how you clean up your property after you let it go to hell. First, you get a dump truck. I've got piles of garbage all over the place. It's not really garbage, but it looks like garbage, trust me. Hey, Vanessa. I've been trying to watch the bigger bushcraft channels and stuff, but they're not even getting to go do very much stuff right now. They're ice fishing and stuff like that, but ice fishing doesn't really interest me because it's not something I'll ever get to do. I don't have any desire to go out and freeze my butt off on a lake and hope I catch a fish. And the headache is still with me. So it's not a cluster headache. So yay me. Well, it's just, if I'd grown up north of Kentucky or something, I might have learned to like it, but you know, just always been where it was. You'd wind up with a little bit of ice around the edges of the lakes or whatever, but you just didn't go then because that was just going to get you hurt. So, you know, the lake here that I need to go check. It's the JB's down to 13.5% already again, which makes me want to go check the shoreline real bad. But that's what YouTube needs, is more how to do videos, I think. Yeah, people driving their trucks out there. I watched one video. A guy drove his truck out there, and then I guess something happened, and the truck went in the lake, and then the ice closed back up where the truck was. And I was just like, yeah, that's not going, not happening. No, no. Um, that one thing I was watching them do, they were like spearing sturgeon or something through the ice. Yeah, I think the ice age is coming anyway. I really do. I think we got an ice age on the way. Um, the ice core studies they did that they've been doing since the 70s. Did you sell another one? All right. Um, anyway, that shows that whenever the CO2 levels get to a certain point, the glacier forms. The glaciers start to form, and they form for a long time before they stop forming. The precursor to every ice age has always been global warming. You know, an increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So, I think what happens is, and human practices probably have accelerated it, but I don't think the planet's going to die from heat. I think the planet's going to cover itself in ice and cool itself back down so it can trap some of the CO2. Because a lot of that CO2 gets trapped under the ice, in the ocean, in the plant matter and stuff underneath the glaciers. Just, I mean, yes. Hey, Trey. The the glaciers won't make it this far south, but I think what glacial ice was as far south as Ohio, parts of Nebraska, I think. And we've been on a warming trend for 10 or 15,000 years, something like that. It just, then it, and the cooling trend's a lot. The cooling trend takes place faster than the warming trend. And then, there you go. People are, oh, it's the sun and the this and that. The sun affects our atmosphere, yes. But I think the biggest thing is our planet has figured this out over, it was made to work this way. Can I say that? Is that legal to say? Our planet was made to work the way it works. So, we're going to eat corn chips. Yes, it will be reasonably swampy here. Maybe not right now, but the grassy plains will return to grassy plains and stuff. There's too much land that they don't do anything with, or that they do too much with. We could, if they were serious about doing something about it, they'd quit barking about fossil fuels and this, that, and everything else. For starters, there would not be another building built that was anything less than R30, 100% R30. Walls, attic, everything. They would start taking down older buildings that were not insulated, not energy efficient and stuff. All kinds of things. But the biggest thing they could do is literally start planting trees. And then for every 160 acres that is cultivated, the adjacent 40 acres is left lay. Period. And that you just move that. Literally out in the middle of a field, there's just a patch that they're not farming. They drive around it. They leave it the hell alone. Then the dark earth isn't exposed all winter long, waiting for the next time they plant something. It's actually got vegetable matter on it. And there's places for critters. That's what killed North Texas. Is there was just miles and miles and miles and miles of bare dirt 4.5, 5 months out of the year. There was nothing on the dirt. It's just uncovered soil. There was no life. It was a desert. So, and a lot of those guys could have done the thing where they run the circles, where they were running the circles. If they'd have just let the corners and go back native, that would have been a big boost. And plant a cover crop. But that's not economically feasible because your cover crop's not going to allow you to do whatever. So the ground winds up uncovered. There's nothing to hold the moisture. You know, what moisture it does get evaporates off. There's nothing to hold it in. The actual ground cover, the grasses on the soil actually holds the water in. So without it, it can't. And you just get less and less water in the area. Yeah, and that'll do a good job of warming it up too, Tibor. Hey, Rachel. Hi, Lance. Ocelots, the little cat that lives in South Texas, they're almost gone just from them literally plowing up everything. And ocelots will continue to exist as long as they leave the fence rows. And, you know, if every half a mile or so, they've got a 30 or 40 acre patch of stuff to hunt in, they can make it. But if all there is a hedgerow, and amongst all them, whatever the ocelot's done for, because they will not go out and hunt in open country. They won't. It's just not. They're not wired for it. We'll say like everybody thinks Oklahoma is this farming country. Oklahoma was covered with trees. Where you see hay being grown, that's because they killed all the trees. Just FYI. Over in East Texas, where you see all the farming and stuff going on, where they're doing all that farming, that's because they cut down all the trees. I'm not so full of myself that I can't admit that the way human beings are living is having a negative impact. You get too many rats in the building starts to fall apart. I mean, there's so many humans on the planet now, we've turned into rats. I mean, the end. And the more people we bring into the U.S. that aren't, there's just, there's no fixing it. The planet, there's going to be a great reset, all right. And the gold and silver isn't going to get you through it. That's why we prep food. I mean, I might, 6 months into the no grocery thing, if somebody showed up at my house with a couple of cans of Spam and a dozen fresh eggs or something like that. I got my own eggs, but something like that, I might be willing to throw them 10 pounds of wheat or something. I might make a trade like that. Just depends on how much of my canned goods I got left. But show up with 20 pounds of silver, and I'm gonna be like, what am I supposed to do with that? Well, I'm not gonna be the least bit interested. Well, got 6,000 rounds of 5.56. I'll trade you for that can of Spam. Take your ammo home, bud. I'll just wait for you to finish starving to death, and I'll just come get it. Then food. You need food. But that's just me being negative. I'm sure. I mean, just because the Mayans cut down all the trees in their part of the world, which ones came first, the Mayans or the Aztecs? I never can get that right. Anyway, the first bunch cut down all the trees in their part of the world and went way super heavy agriculture. And then they starved to death because it changed the way the rains came. All their topsoil washed away, blah, blah, blah. They all starved to death. The end of that civilization. Next civilization, whichever it was, Aztec Mayan, came on. They're the same crap. And then they did. Because, yeah. There's everybody worried about peak oil. We need to be worried about peak people. Something like that. And honestly, that's there's been several people talk about it, and I agree. I would really like to have a good flintlock rifle, but honestly, a guy with who knew what he was doing with a recurve bow or even a long bow would do just as well, I think, as the beauty, the thing with a rifled musket or not a musket, but a flintlock is your range goes from a max of 50 yards to a max of 150 yards. And yeah. And 150 yards with flintlock. That's it. Yes, you can, Abe. In the early deals where the Indians wanted the guns so bad because they could literally they didn't have to. It wasn't that they were better for fighting; they were better for hunting. Instead of getting right in the middle of the buffalo or whatever to kill them with the bows and arrows and spears and lances and stuff, they could literally perch on the hill. They could do just like the white guys, and they could shoot the buffalo. They could shoot themselves 3 or 4 buffalo, and they didn't have to lose any horses or anything in the hunts. It's a much safer way of doing things. So, they didn't want them. Now the later stuff, when they were when revolvers and the cartridge rifles showed up. The table on that, the thing is, the primitive people that hunted, the Plains Indians were hunter-gatherers. Almost all of your eastern tribes farmed. They hunted and did agriculture. The majority of their vegetables they didn't go out picking wild vegetables. They grew corn, squash, beans, all the stuff that we like to eat today as us white people. We call them white people food. That's not white people food. Corn, maize, that's Native American staple. All the way down into South America, or well, Central Mexico, Central America. Anyway, they grew corn all over North America. Squash, several different types of it. Pumpkins. What's the other one? Anyway, potatoes, for crying out loud. That was a South and Central American thing. Tomatoes. That's from the Americas. Yep. Come on. Yeah, you can chunk one that far, Aid, but when you're hunting with a recurve or a longbow, or honestly even a compound, you need to be a dead on gun. You need to practice a 100-yard shot if you're going to try to take a 100-yard shot with a compound bow. Because I mean, a twig, a breeze, all that stuff. Because things happen, all the stuff that can make a bullet go off target can make a arrow go off target, and then you're like, you've got an animal that you're not going to be able to find because it's going to run for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles. But as far as, the English longbows and stuff, I mean, yeah, they had, they shot heavy arrows, and whenever the encroaching whatever would get close enough, they would launch them in the air. But that was the whole, you could see the arrows coming, and the deer can too. So, within 25 yards, it's going to be really hard for that deer to react and get out of the way before that projectile gets there. Yes, T-bar. That's the other end of it. There's a reason you're not allowed to use owl feathers on them. You're not allowed to use quieted feathers. Back to the channel updates. Did you see that? Oh, not that one. Did you see the new T-shirt, Rachel? Are you looking at the screen, or am I leaning out of the way for nothing? There's a channel on here, hey, that I'll watch about the English weapons of war and stuff, and there's competitions over there in your part of the world for guys shooting those bows. One guy, he's a big old boy, and he shoots a 200-pound. Anyway, he can shoot in the 200-pound draw class, but he can only do so many arrows before he's done, because he's lit. I mean, he's literally got to draw back 200 pounds with one arm, and he can only do so many. Well, I was in a live stream, or me and her were both in a live stream here a month or so ago, and it's not the first time, but it was just the one that really stuck in my head. I'd said hi to everybody in there and made all kinds of comments and stuff, and nobody had said hi. She made one little comment. Somebody said something, and she made a comment back to him or whatever. And then boom, hi, this is Wes S. Hi, Mrs. Wes S. And just, I was like, what the hell? So she gets her own shirt now. And it's available on my t-shirt, which is in the drop down. So there you go. And then you got the other one. My personal favorite. Let me get that one. This one you can see. This one you can see. All right. I like this one. I make this one. So I can make it to where you can see it. What better ish. This can be used as PPE. This is uh, safety yellow, green, or whatever. So, you know, if you work outside or whatever and you need a high visibility shirt, you will see me doing you. These are mine. These are not. These are mine. So you will see me wearing them doing videos. Uh, so. And that's how you get this one is gray and black. Um, my first t-shirt store customer ordered a shirt, and it will be in the mail tomorrow. So, hey, Lone Wolf. Maybe that should be my next t-shirt is I heart Mrs. Wes S. I can wear that one too. Um, I think these two are on there. The Anatomy of a Pew Pew is on there. Come and Take It's on there. And the drum, the shirts are on there. Yeah, I like the Anatomy of a Pew Pew one too. The Rob Painless says that the come and take it shirt shrink. Hey Carol, welcome back. I like goofy t-shirts. I've worn t-shirts all my life. I have somewhere I have an orange t-shirt with Will Tree. It's really old, but it's an orange shirt with Real Tree camo writing on it. It says, "You can't see me." It's funny. So, like I say, I mean, if you're going out hiking or bushcrafting or whatever, I mean, seriously, wear something like that. So if you fall and break your leg or something, they can see your stupid butt laying out there. Or, I love camo. I've got camo on right now. I got these shirts on clearance, and I was planning on wearing them out one at a time, but the first one I started wearing or whatever I did, I wore it out. It's a different pattern than this. I actually have my own camo pattern that if I knew somebody that had one of those, I can print fabric things or whatever, I would try to sell it. But until I got it trademarked, nobody's going to see it. That's like my favorite thing to do too. I've already told you the story about my dog being in love with the FedEx guy. I know now. Now I know why she acts so completely different with the FedEx guy than any of the other people that deliver stuff to my house. He gives her a dog treat every time he shows up. She knows his truck. She knows him. She gets excited. She lets him know she's excited. He calls her doggy. It's pathetic to watch her. And then she wants to come in the house and lay down and eat the doggy treat. So, and she won't share. I tried to get her to give it to me. She's like, "You didn't give this to me. I don't have to let you have it." It's cool when you got good delivery guy. I don't know how it works in the big city, in the city or whatever. Out in the country, you have a guy that does your route. So there's that other company that delivers out here too. I forget what the name of it is. The one with the crappy tracking or whatever. Anyway, that guy's pretty cool too. They have to supply their own vehicle to do the delivery in though. That would suck. Dude, that's the video that I can't bring myself to post on Patreon or anything. My dog is a doorbell outside. If Sadie ever bit somebody, I would take her to the vet and give her the shot. The end. A dog that will bite, whether on command or on their own, is a loaded weapon. They could have a bad day and bite a grandbaby or anything. I allow zero human aggression in animals. Zero. It's something that I fervently believe. Um, you know, have a big dog that barks. Have one that doesn't want people to pet it. That's fine. Um, but you know, I would rather risk losing everything I own than have a dog of mine uh, attack somebody that was just trying to borrow my phone. Or, somebody desperately pulls in the driveway, starts honking the horn and gets out because they're just hoping like hell somebody in the house knows CPR to save their baby. Any one of 1,000 reasons why people have knocked on my door that they wouldn't have been able to do had I have had a vicious dog or an aggressive dog. That's just me. And it's, that's just, dogs take on the personality of their owner. Yeah. And I guess that's just the guy I am. I like it when strangers give me cookies and scratch me behind the ears. I'm okay with it. It's a character flaw I have. Somebody wants to give me a cupcake in the parking lot and pat me on the head. Sign me up. Unless it's a crappy cupcake. It needs to be a good cupcake. Reasons. And I didn't ask. I didn't exactly give the guy permission. But come on, he's from a large town. He drives down here to make these deliveries, and he has to get out. He does the rural deliveries. He's got to get out and get past everybody's dogs, right? There are people here that they have dogs that the only way I'd go knock on that person's house is if I had my AR with me and I could shoot every one of their dogs before I had to walk up on the porch. I was the AC guy. He's bit 3 times just trying to fix people's air conditioners. And I decided, you know what? If the people weren't there and they had a dog, their air conditioner didn't get fixed. Wasn't going to happen. That's true. And y'all can't blame this on me. There's a friend of mine asked me to go live and entertain people, C103. And I hate that I'm interfering with your accomplishment of your assigned tasks, which are probably something along the lines of eating Cheetos and watching YouTube videos at this time of the night, I would think. Unless you have some kind of secret shop thing where you actually do stuff at home that I don't know about because I don't know that much about you. Ugh. How's Daniel T holding up while I'm thinking about him? Yeah, his dog is a grumpy bastard. At the big one, me and him get along okay. But the little ones are mean. That dog's definitely got human aggression issues, but that comes from being the friend of a certain truck driver. He encourages ill behavior in his small pocket Rottweiler. Wrong. Oh, how did I turn it off? I have a unicorn mouse. Don't touch it. Oh, Kildare, I just read your comment. That's funny. Damn it, that's funny. Yeah, probably. Is that why the dog's so lazy? She actually encourages me every day to go take a walk. So I give her a dog biscuit and totally. Oh, you got to do last night's chores and tonight's. Well, tomorrow you'll have plenty to do. Wait, tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow I'll go live on my other channel. Sorry. May not be able to go live Saturday. We'll see what my connection is. Like, trying to orange swoggle my boy into helping me go do a job that I took on because, well, it's going to suck. We need somebody younger than us. There's two old dudes that's got to do this. We need somebody younger than us we just need them for like a few hours. Marvin to split the money with him. And I don't know, it's funny, the little dog thing, I have a different, I don't know, they shouldn't, but little dogs get a pass because I don't count them as dogs. A Chihuahua is not a dog. I don't know what a Chihuahua is, but you know, do they make Chihuahuas or Terriers that don't nip at people that they don't know? Okay, well, Hyde, but hell, Hyde's bit me. But that, again, I just slapped the piss out of his owner. Not really, but I want to. Yeah, if I could find me another Catahoula puppy, I'd raise it. But only Catahoulas around here. I'm worried about getting the bloodline from that guy at Ira, and I don't want his male dog is super human aggressive. So I don't want that in the gene pool. I lost track of the number of times I've been bitten by Chihuahuas or whatever. Now, Jack Russells scare me because they don't attack your foot. They jump at you. They can actually get something that counts. Chihuahuas are not, they're not ankle biters. They're calf biters. They like to pinch you on the calf. I hate them. But I've never had one actually break the skin. Had 2 blue heelers bring blood. A couple of German shepherds bring blood. Uh, I got clear of the Great Dane. Barely. Then the other dogs that had trouble with were all mutts. Yeah, and that's like one of my favorite dogs in the world is a healer, Huckleberry. He's hell, Huckleberry's bit me twice. That's my. It's a game you play, and you have to be quick. It's not an aggressive bite. Still hurts. I actually accidentally killed a couple of poodles. It wasn't on purpose. I didn't. They should like have a sign on them that says, "Please don't overexcite my dog. It's got whatever." Um, I played with one until it had a heart attack, and another one I played had an epileptic seizure and stroked out. What was bad about that? I really did. I was just having fun. The dog was having fun. The dog was running and jumping, playing, and it just like, like, what the hell do I do? Ma'am, your dog's having a seizure. Because, he's got overexcited again. And then he just quit breathing. I don't play with people's poodles anymore. Apparently, they have health issues. And I just don't do that. I haven't played with a poodle. Get out of how long? Because, that's my record with them is not good. And that's something else, man. I wish they would outlaw those freaking serval cat crosses. Talk about the ideal invasive freaking feral animal. Yay, us. Those things will kill turkeys. They'll just kill everything. Those get out, they'll start taking baby lambs. Yeah, standard poodles are different, Robert. More. They're uh, standard poodles are actually pretty bad booty animals. They're super cool dogs. They're still high maintenance, but they're cool dogs. Texas has rules on the servals. You've got to keep them. Uh, they can never be outside without being uh, in an enclosure. 100% enclosure. Yeah, the poodle haircuts. That's not the way the fur grows. if I had a poodle, he'd get a trim in the summer, at the beginning of the summer, and then that would be it. That way, when winter rolled around, his hair would be back. But that's just me. I need to get a couple of poodles and let them grow really long hair and keep it nice and cleaned and brushed and stuff, and then get them sheared, and then have somebody knit me a sweater out of poodle hair. I think that would be cool. Yeah. But anyway, the channel updates. I got the whole thing over here reminding me what we're supposed to be talking about. How to do videos, not like how to do videos, but videos of me actually doing stuff. Those are going to become a thing over on Wes S again. I'm in the process of trying to work out a couple of trips. One of them, if I don't get it worked out pretty quick, it's not going to happen. And I may start posting some chicken videos and stuff over here on Wes S, the real one. I don't know. I mean, there's not. If you hadn't found somebody to tell you about chickens, then you're doing something wrong. Thank you, C103. And Hank, whatever I named that little hitter that showed up here, update, fat, happy, loving his new home. See what else. I'm still debating on whether or not to bring back tinfoil hat Fridays. But if I do the tinfoil hat Friday thing, I don't want to be just up here by myself. And I don't know if I would want to do that over on Wes S or over here. Committing to live streams is a pretty big deal because, you know, like this one, I was just here, not, you know, it's no big deal to go live or whatever. But when you have scheduled live streams, I mean, that you have to, you know, you've got an audience that depends on you to be there. So when you're not there, yada, yada, yada. So, well, that's an important part of it. All the ones that'll get you kicked off of YouTube, excuse me, the, you know, just, you know, like ancient aliens are the reason we know how to make concrete, that kind of stuff. Not, we're not going to mention nothing about no postage stamps and foreign voting machines. Uh, nothing that can be proven with facts. You know, we could talk about Sasquatch. We could talk about, so stupid. You can't even talk about flat Earth anymore. We could talk about Hollow Earth. I think let's talk about Hollow Earth. Just stuff like that. I think we can. I think you can still talk about JFK. They got so many rules against talking about stuff. It's yeah, those. We could, man. I could sit here and talk to you all night about that Willy Wonka and the Snowpiercer thing. Because I mean, I'm 100% on that. Um, and I think the Jetsons and the Flintstones are on alternate realities. I think they have the ability to cross over from the Flintstone universe to the Jetson universe. And why do DC and Marvel comics have to keep crossing with each other? That just it annoys me. And we can talk about the Chupacabras and Mothman. I think we can talk about Mothman. You do, except for the now. Hold on, I gotta get this blue thing out of my face. I will never try to sell anybody. Well, it's a good antivirus, but I did something wrong and now I've got a bug on my computer with it and it's annoying. No. See, now that's a good topic for discussion. Mighty Mouse or Underdog? Uh, I think Mighty Mouse could take Underdog in a heartbeat, but then again, you have to wonder whether or not Underdog's odd luck would actually win out over superior intellect and abilities. Yeah, that's pretty scary. You know, the trumpets and stuff, the videos that they pulled down that you used to be able to find, these guys are out in the middle of nowhere, like forestry service and lineman workers and stuff, going, what is this sound? You know, but you got to wonder. I mean, the lineman, it could be the forestry service workers. I don't know. The lineman, it could have been the vibrations of the telephone lines that are not the overhead lines they were stringing. Um, but still, it's just weird that it's trumpet music. Yeah, neither one of those would flow. Um, yeah, see, I mean, like, all that stuff. I mean, you can talk about it forever and ever and ever, but we don't want to get in it too much over here. We've got to save that if we decide to do Tinfoil Fridays, which will be a monetized live stream. I'd do it on Wes S. I'd have the super chat on and stuff. Because because it's not, those are not gonna, they're not gonna allow me to leave it monetized or whatever. It'll get a strike as soon as it processes. So, you have to figure that one out. And I suppose it could be something from solar flares and stuff, because they were getting crazy there for a while. That's why everybody was so worried about a big one coming by and knocking everything out. Which right now I don't know. I wish Rob was in here. He could tell us. I don't know what the solar weather or space weather is doing right now. I don't know if the spots are up or down right now. I mean, the YouTube channels that used to talk about that stuff also started talking about stuff that I knew for a fact was bull. So I quit listening to them. So there's that. But anyway, on Wes S, channel Wes S over there, the one I don't know if everybody came over here from the link in my community page or not. But if go watch some old videos, give them some thumbs up, give them some view time, get them out there. Like that tarp from nothing, that could help people. I mean, I went out and got stuff out of my toolbox on my truck and made that tarp and made that video. That video could help somebody. That video needs to be out there where people can see it. So, it's, I was making those things to help people out. That was, honestly, those were back before I really cared about views. But knowing how things work and stuff, I mean, views mean that people's seen it. That means that there's a better potential for people to have benefited from the time and effort to make the video. So, oh, that's lovely. T-boy, that's just, mushrooms growing on people's lungs. Yay, us. What is the name of that book that audio book I was reading? That's what the world ended because of a fungus that started growing in humans. So anyway, yeah, it was really good. Is it? No, not then. Hold on. Let me see if I can get there from here without losing. It was really good. It was actually a series of books. It was really good. I watched bootleg YouTube audio books um, last year. I would watch them while I was, or listen to them while I was doing other stuff. The missus, you got to listen to a bunch of them, didn't you? That I feel bad for that little kid getting the fungus until he became evil and started killing people. Wasn't his fault. Uh, Boy, guys, this is taking forever. I'm gonna have to. I did what it is. I've gotten so many. I've got so much in my pictures deal that I don't have enough room left on my hard drive. I haven't transferred the stuff out of pictures in forever. Is it? Let's see if I can find them. Come on, you can do it. Home Depot can help. Probably circle of death over to everybody. I want to wait. I want it to work. What the hell happened? Apparently I clicked on something and it didn't mean to click on. Uh, one of my oh, there it is. Couldn't find my whatever you call that. Um, dun dun dun. Playlist. I have 1 second after in here. Um, oh man, they're not all in here anymore. But it was several books. It was The Last Command, Last Conquest, Last Humanity. It's were the names of the books. The Last Survivors series. T.W. Piperbrook and Bobby Adair. The Last Survivors. I was really, really super enthralled with that.
I can see your card for a minute. I wish that it would let me order Samantha's stuff. I can't use my card to order her stuff.
All right.
Now, she sent me the money, but
Yeah, it would be weird on the, I guess, on the paperwork, wouldn't it? What's up? Everyone, y'all have a good night. All right, Trey, I will. And you're welcome. You people that have my phone number and don't use it when you need me, y'all annoy me. If you can call me to tell me what color flower your goat just ate, you can call me to tell me other stuff. Yes, Rachel, you have Mrs. S's. Even though we don't, whatever. She says she doesn't want to be a pastor's wife, but she's really good at it. Yeah, I mean that's old school rule or whatever. It's, you know, the dude talks to the dudes and the lady talks to the lady. If there's something that the pastor has, you know, if the woman needs to talk to the pastor, then the pastor's wife needs to be there. The end. You want aid, you can have it if you want it. I just don't think you can afford to call me. Wait, I missed something on Wes T-board talk. There was a series that I watched on which those are the ones I took off my deal was the Apocalypse in Britain. That was good stuff. Oh, you still trying to freak people out with fungus growing in their lungs? And if that's the difference to Adam me, I would a whole lot. I'll text you, but if you text me, don't expect me. Like if you throw me some information I need or whatever, if you're lucky, I'll give you a thumbs up back or an okay or something like that. But if it's something that doesn't require communication, my thumbs often rebel, and I'll just oh cool, and I'll literally lay my phone down, and I might not get back to you for 3 or 4 days. You can ask the people in here that have my phone number. It's a thing. I don't have WhatsApp. I have Marco Polo. I gotta upload Marco. I need Marco Polo back on here. I have to have Marco Polo. No, I actually enjoy your phone calls, Tripper. Chipper is the other guy that would a whole lot rather call you than text you. Um, but I was Chipper, in case man, I wish it was book one. I wish I could find book one. I hate to start you in the middle of something like that, but let me do this real quick, and I'm just doing this so I can have the link, and you can, you know, if I have to get off here, then this will give you something to listen to. No copyright strike here, buddy. Yes, I want you to wear. It's the freaking antivirus being a waffle. The antivirus does that whole cookie thing or whatever. For the love. Anyway, I was going to share the link in the comments section so you could and yeah, you're just gonna have to Google it. You know, survivors. Well, whoa. StreamYard is tied directly into. I've figured this out. StreamYard is associated with all of them: Facebook, YouTube, Google. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. Anything you it does, even those. Oh, we've got 47,000 layers of encryption. No, you don't. Whatever you, whenever you use your smartphone, there on the Facebook thing, there is the thing where uh, you can put a smackdown on them pretty easy. You just every time you open Facebook and you see a ad, you just mark the ad as spam, and it literally bites directly into their profit margin because they're not allowed to show you that ad anymore. And the more people that are willing to, I've got to fix this. Non-paparazzi jewelry. I made that. It's a bit of local history. Well, yeah, but I mean, that's the other thing. People don't got a lot of people got upset with me when I said I wasn't doing politics on her anymore. I'm so far into this. Everybody knows who I am. Um, has anybody ever seen me say that I want to be at the front of that? No. Never claimed the hero card. And I fought while the fight was fightable on here. And then so I'm done. It is a piece of glass from a school that was built in before desegregation. That was steel reinforced glass out of the old black school here. And I took it and shaped it into an egg and made my wife a necklace out of it. She's not black or anything, but we had friends that went to school there. I blocked traffic for one of them the other day so you could get back down to Walmart parking lot. Um, and I was just like, "Wow, that's cool." And my wife has always been into the jewelry and stuff. And I was like, "You know what? That was," because I held it up and the light was shining through. I'm like, "That's pretty." So I shaped it a little bit, and then there was a crack down here in the bottom that I thought I didn't want to have to take it down anymore. So you can see the wire in it. Anyway, it broke, and she didn't want to wear it and get cut, so we had to take the edges back off of it. Yeah, and I mean, I don't. People don't email me. I mean, I've got all that stuff in my. There's my emails in the drop down on this YouTube video. I check it at least once every 2 days. I get notifications on my phone from my email. Zillow really wants to sell me a house in Arkansas, but other than that, I don't get a lot. And I have my mailing address. And you now have Mrs. S's address, Rachel. Just so you know, that's trust. It's, it's snail mail. I mean, oh, we can't use regular mail. It would take 3 days for that letter to get there. It's going to be just about as fast as an email or the reply, anyway. And whatever's said in that snail mail stays in that snail mail. The end. They don't open your mail. If you're worried about them opening the mail, put a Pop-Tart wrapper in there. The end. I was telling people to cut up emergency blanket, and HDP has mailed me before, and the stuff comes in one of these. That's smart. %90 of radiation, light, 100% light. I mean, they can't scan it. They can't scan through the envelope. You know, if you're worried about the government. Well, I got 2 things of them forever stamps up there. No, I haven't, Carol. I don't do that much. Anyhow, in case y'all wonder why I go live so much, because StreamYard, I bought a year of it and paid out the butt, so I'm going to use up all the hours they said I could have, which were like unlimited. And that's what Wes S.theREALone for, is so I can go live whenever I feel like it without packing my other channel full of live streams. So, but the United States mail is still secure as far as I know. The apple and cranberry tea from Dollar Tree is pretty good, or really good, according to Carol W. I'm trying to. How's Dior's doing? Anybody heard from him lately? Hey, you talk to him pretty regular, don't you? The post office works, and you're employing Americans when you do that. I mean, use the freaking mail. Rachel, she said it was the roots. It comes, that's the part of the plant that's under the ground. There, I helped you. Figure that one out. What's he supposed to do for you? Yes, it did. And I've used the stot out of that thing. I broke the top eyelet on it, man. Sucks. uh, I've got to get find one that'll fit on there. Sweat it off, put a new one on there. Well, DRs, I'm about to get off now. I'm at the 2-hour mark. I'll give you a few minutes here. Don't everybody start trying to jump in. I'm just gonna drop a link in the thing. There's your link, DRs. Well, that went away. When did that go away? Oh, weird. Oh, there. Now Betty Boo sneaking in. Would you just wake up or just get off somebody else's live stream? Oh, jeez. Wonder if I got the COVID. There's a COVID headache. Maybe that's what it is. I was reading my poem the other day. It was funny because it said, "You should wash me." Wah, wah, wah. And I can't tell if my Bible studies are working out or not. The numbers are staying about the same. People haven't, amounts of people hadn't stopped coming in or started leaving in the middle. But still get more people in the after chat than I do in the Bible study. Heathens. And I don't know if my if y'all get a chance, there's a girl on here. Man, I can't remember her name now. She's doing her. She's vlogging her Tourette's, her journey through Tourette's, with her Tourette's or whatever. She's funny. She's got a really good spirit. Dude, it's up in the comment section. Look up in the comment section. The link's up there. Yours. If that doesn't work, let me know and I'll email you. Okay. I just dropped the link in the chat over here on the side. Well, Killdeer's trying to sneak in. Hey, Painless Brothers Outdoor. How you doing, brother? I'm gonna let Killdeer up here. Ooh. Gotta switch to, I think I'm on the right thing. Oh wow.
Oh,
Like
all right.
little bitty in them. There we go. Let's do it like that. I'll try to do the email thing, DR, see if that works. My computer is dragging
Like what I was going through the other
butt,
night.
though. I honestly don't know if my broadband or whatever, my computer, whatever it is that's causing the lag is going to let me do this, but we'll try. It's probably my computer, honestly. I wish I had the money for a gaming PC because it would be able to handle everything.
Mine straight up to around my laptop. It's going by blue, by Wi-Fi. Yeah, just wired to. I heard that would take a lag, and this is basically the only reason. Only I have that is this laptop. I got better Wi-Fi behind the than I did putting it right out here in the yard. I moved it closer and got worse reception.
Wow. Well, Rob, that's what you
things
have to do, unfortunately. Yeah, you're lagging really bad, Killdeer. Is the whole stream lagging or just Killdeer? Folks.
Probably me.
Can y'all hear me? This is a sound test from Wes S.
Here, I'll turn everything off at StreamYard.
Oh, one thing I can do is I'm going to turn my
Yeah, it's just
there.
it's probably mine.
I turned my whatever the picture down. The quality.
I think
the
my
quality
furnace,
of,
my Wi-Fi when it comes on.
well, go to your your settings for your camera and your mic, and turn it down to the lowest setting, to your lower resolution. You'll click the cam mic. When it pops up, you go to advanced settings and then go to resolution and go to 360. Your face will get big like mine and you'll be using less bandwidth. And then we'll look really grainy on everybody's big screen TVs.
Boom. That better?
We'll have to give it a second. Oh, you're
That's
back to
my low definition audio.
check it again because you're right back to the other definition again.
Am I? No, it says low.
Oh, okay.
I put it on standard.
Yours is having trouble connecting. I don't know. We'll see. And I had a guy in the know tell me that people are just going to have to get used to their internet sucking.
Yeah. Well, you got to imagine how many people are at home now and have nothing else to do but be on the internet.
And that's some of it. The other part of it is they're doing things.
Gaming?
Well, think about all they need to be able to be. They just need 15 seconds, man. That's all they need. They just need 15 seconds. They just need a 15-second loop. If they can get 30, that's all that much better.
Yeah. Man, I was so tired yesterday. I didn't even think about turning on my laptop last night. I was tearing up the hardwood floor.
Hold on a minute. Kilder. Diorson says device is not connected. If you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Well, Diorce is down in the basement over here, but it says his device is not connected, so I can't let him in the stream.
Oh, his camera or microphone.
It says he's not connected to the stream and won't let me add him.
You need to kick him out then. If he's not connected, what am I trying to do? Oh, yeah, right here.
Yeah, I used to be able to go get Wi-Fi at the end of my driveway, but then they put a password on it. Bastards.
You're right.
Which I can't blame them. They got they had to pay for satellite, so guy down there streaming video, which I didn't do it, but come to find out that's why my kids were taking walks all the time.
Oh,
Down there, sit on
go
the side
down
of the
there to
road,
get better Wi-Fi.
go down there and connect to the internet.
You might hear a ping. This is what I've been doing, working, tearing wall. It had 3 bedrooms and a kitchenette, and I had to tear all the walls out of it.
Looks like you broke it.
It's hardwood flooring.
That's some good firewood right there.
Yeah, it's
Is that the hardwood pine or the hardwood oak? I've got the very little of the hardwood pine floor left in my house. You know,
I'm trying to find across the room picture.
I hate that I grew up on hardwood or pine floor.
Oh, it would have been nice, but man, it's so old and warped and stained, and it's just, if you find pieces, they're cracked and splitted from pulling them off the floor because the nails are almost rusted all the way through. Yeah, it's quite the job.
Oh yeah, I hate pulling that stuff.
But what it is they got like 2x10 rough cut floor joists, and then they have like slatted boards across the top, which looks like 6-foot skid boards. You know, it's rough cut oak like skids, and then the hardwood floors across it the other direction again.
Well, yeah. Why are you pulling the subfloor too?
Yeah, it's all wavy. It's all wavy, and I just need to get on it. And plus, there's a lot of rot, mold, and some rot. There was 4 inches of water underneath it. I had to pump it all out. But the bathroom floor's got a big old rot spot where the toilet was. And where the toilet came up through the floor joist, they cut 3/4 of the joist away so they could put the pipe up for the toilet, which completely rotted away, in no time. It's like, couldn't they just move the toilet out another 2 inches?
You would think, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The toilet's supposed to sit where the toilet's supposed to sit. That I need to rip my bathroom out because they added 5/8 sheetrock on the wall.
Yeah.
By adding 5/8 sheetrock and then a 1/4 inch, believe it or not, a 1/4 inch of texture on the wall. They've got it to where the toilet will sit there, but it is almost impossible to put a lid on the tank.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, the house that my wife had built before I even got there, they had the hole in the foundation, the plumbing run through the slab floor, right? Well, they had the toilet and then they put the walls up and they had the toilet tank set halfway into the wall. Yeah. They didn't allow for that measurement of the tank, and it basically set inside the wall.
it's not going to let Dior in. Dior, it says connect your mic or your camera before you can come in.
Yeah, my mic's on my camera, which makes it a lot easier than have to wear earbuds. Or like Aiden, I got a pair of those, but they still pick up the cord rattling, to the laptop.
The T-board, chances are on that house that he's remodeling, with the way he's describing those floors and stuff, the bathroom, when that house was built, the bathroom was outside.
Yeah, because the toilet where the pipe sewer comes in, it goes through the cinder block wall and then right into the ground then.
Yeah. It's
It's not it's got a foundation and then 2 cinder blocks and then the house floor joists are all set on that and then the walls. So I can't really replace all the floor joists, or I might as well just tore the damn thing down and start over. But I just got to get underneath it, pry it all up to level it out as best as I can. What I'm going to do is kind of do like I did anchors in dock work. When we used to weld on docks, you got your walkway, and you take this 4x4 tube, and you just have a T-piece on the bottom. You just shove it down in the ground, you hook your coming along on top of it, and it'll push that pole all the way down into the ground till it hits something. Then it'll pick up that lift. Well, that's all I got to do with the post in that is I'll chain it to the floor joist and drive that post down in the mud. And then once it pulls it up, then I can connect the joist to that post I just stuck in the mud. Then cut the post off after it's on. Yeah. But then I'm going to put hangers underneath those to where it holds the floor joists up. Because basically it's 24 by 40, and it's got a main beam down the center and then floor joists off of that. And that main beam still goes up and down throughout the house. So, yeah, it's got to basically need to tear the floor out and build a deck inside a pole barn. It's kind of like
fun. Not really. I quit wasting my breath trying to bid houses to do the leveling and stuff.
Oh,
People
yeah.
are like, "You want how much to level a house?" I'm like, yeah, I want that much money to level a house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you can
there's
call
always
somebody else
something.
if you want to.
There's always something that unexpected happens.
Well, no, it's just, I mean, it's a
It's
lot
not
of
easy.
work. If it was easy, just do it your own self.
Yeah.
You know, I could do something wrong, and I just might not go home.
It's been sitting there 2 years since he has. This is the house that was connected to the other one, which was a grain business. Well, he took the grain business metal building and made a house out of that. And this just said over here, just going to fall apart, you know. And somebody has it's so old it's got red velvet decorative wallpaper on it.
Oh, he was there for a second.
But yeah, red velvet wallpaper. And the dust and the mold just, you know, you can just smell it when you walk in. The age of all that wood. I'm just going to level the floor up, get up underneath there and level that floor up. I might take all those planks off, but I'm not sure. But I'm definitely just going to throw another 3/4 inch tongue and groove plywood floor over the top of it. And then put the bathroom anywhere they want and the kitchen wherever they want, you know.
You're going to be working your butt off for a while.
Well, the guy's he's disabled right now. He's fighting heart failure, but he worked his butt off all his life. He draws a pension and a full military pension, and he worked for who did he say he worked for? Some union somewhere, I can't think of. But he draws in almost $6,000 a month on benefits.
That's not too shabby. Well, you're still, I mean, that's a lot of work that you've taken on. That's, I'm glad to have had the money or whatever, but that last job I took on was a little bit more than I should have took on, I think.
Well, he's my, and plus he's my sponsee.
Well, yeah.
He kind of just went ahead and did that because I haven't been working lately this month, you know, because of winter, you know.
That's
And,
right. You're a lawn care specialist.
right. There ain't much mowing in the wintertime. And he says,
I how much work you're going to get next year with everybody staying home, working from home. It's easy for them to mow their own grass.
well,
Yeah, true. Most people are too lazy.
yeah, or it's too hot. But
Yeah.
most of the lots I have down here at the lake are weekenders. You know, they live up in the city and they only come down on weekends. You know, or
T-Boy,
I gotta make it look nice.
Trying to level it is when you get under there, you're trying to lift the house up and the jack will literally just sink.
That's what's gonna happen. I can tell already.
We pushed, we were doing one house over in Texarkana and we pushed 4 solid, the 16 by 16 cinder blocks.
Yeah.
We put 4 of them into the ground before we started moving the floor up. I mean, literally one on top of the other. We pushed 4 of them into the ground. That's 16 inch by 16 inch.
Right. That's a lot of
down into the mud before we ever started moving the house.
Right. That's a lot of sinking.
And so we had to do that twice.
Man.
So after we got that one joist jacked up where it needed to be, we would have something to stack on.
Right. You can't let it. Yeah. You get the jack all the way up and it's like you let it down, but you can't get the jack out. It's like, oh no.
It's
No, but yeah, that's why I'm gonna go with a extra center post, and when I drive it down in there, I'm gonna make a cradle, you know, like on each side of the post, running down the floor joists underneath it. You know, and the joists will be this way, and it'll be like a underneath of a patio deck brace, you know, kind of like thing. Because I know I'm gonna have to drive something down in that mud till I hit something good.
Yeah,
It's red clay mud. Yeah, I mean, I could probably pull it out and use it as powdery clay. It's Missouri red clay.
the uh, my property. If I want to build something, I got to dig about 6 or 8 inches of dirt, then hit it with a water hose real good, build
Yeah,
a frame, and pour a footing. Because I've
right.
got underneath my topsoil, I've got between 18 and 36 inches of hard pan. It's just bone rock. I mean, I can't
Right.
pour concrete that good, so why dig it out?
Right.
Um,
We got a lot of rock bluffs. Yeah.
all right, good night, Adam.
Good night, Adam. Thanks
And
for coming in.
I really not planning on. I know it's not late or anything, but I've been on here a while.
222.
And
Yeah, I just turned
get
on the
on
light.
your live for about an hour and then get off.
Right.
I have a massive. I've had a headache. Well, I actually got rid of the headache last night, but then it came back this morning, and then I was rid of it, and it came back. It's there right now. I took something for it this time though. Not those stupid pills, but the whatever these things are. Because this stuff will make you ignorant. It's not even a fun buzz, man. You're just like, what was my name?
Yeah, what was I doing? I'm like, oh. Now, what was I trying to remember? Why I forgot? I think I just forgot something, but I can't remember what I was trying to remember. Yeah.
That was bad stuff. Like, what is this stuff called in this cup?
Yeah, I mean, my wife was actually worried, and it was, I mean, that night, and then all through the next day, and then I was still cloudy the next day. That was one pill.
One? Wow.
And and they want me to take one a night? No, man,
That's probably why.
I'd be voting Democrat 27 times.
Yeah.
And
Well,
not
that's kind of like they're legalize all these other drugs and stuff, but when you sign up for your medical card, you giving away your gun rights. You know,
yeah.
you know, it's like, all right, do I want to keep my guns? Do I want to get high? Yeah, keep my guns.
Yeah, but just about everybody's voting for the get high.
Yeah.
The only people they want with guns are the guys that are selling them the dope.
Right.
Because they figure the dope dealers will be out of business. Who do you think's going to go? I mean, they've started writing it up again that how bad that legalized marijuana is causing all these troubles because of the illegal pot farms now. Because the people that are growing this stuff, they're still not following the rules.
Right.
And there we go. They're destroying the national forests and rivers and stuff everywhere where they're putting these things in. You ready, Dior?
Yeah. Try sending in the link and via chat again. Oh, you already did that.
I think he's getting you truck. I'm gonna add him to the stream. I'm adding you to the stream. Be ready.
Yeah. You ready to jump up there? Boom.
All right. Oh,
There you are.
There you
Top of your
go.
head.
sorry about that.
That's all
I
right.
had to uninstall my web browser and reinstall it because it was not cooperating. Like, I got so ticked off with it. I had literally, oh my gosh, I thought I was going to completely miss the stream. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, I kept saying, your microphone and camera permissions are not allowed. And it's like, I've went through the settings like a half a dozen times, and it's like still not allowing it. Even though I clicked allow, it wasn't allowing it. What? Oh my gosh, I'm getting so fed up with technology right now.
Hey, now I know I'm not the only one that's about ready to blow my head off because of my phone won't work right.
I'm not gonna blow my head. I'm not gonna blow my head off. I'm gonna chuck this phone out the window at freeway speed. That's what's gonna happen.
I know, but I mean, like the logo popping. My head blows off on my head. Boom.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Like all those hoops I had to jump through, this thing did not want to work.
Oh, I know it.
Oh. So you want to know what's up, Wes? I've been over the road, and right now I'm in Tennessee. I want to say I'm like 90 miles, maybe 80 miles south of Nashville right now. I was in Chattanooga for a little bit there.
Right.
You're nearly in Alabama.
Yeah, I was in Alabama. My co-driver and I picked up a load in Atlanta. We were in what the heck was it? Ocala, Florida. I was trying to see if I could get a load going out to like Cypress, Texas, but Ocala, they kind of messed stuff up. You know what I mean? I'm trying to like not curse on your live stream. I'm just so ticked off with this phone not cooperating with me, but I'm happy I finally got it to go.
Yeah.
And I do apologize to the chat. I can't see anything right now. I literally cannot see anything.
If I'd have known you was driving down the road, I don't know if I'd have let you come in.
I'm not driving. I'm riding in the sleeper cab.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that then.
That's the only reason why I did that.
Bouncing around the back, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, our co-driver's driving. I'm out of hours of service right now, so. Let me see if I can get the chat pulled up.
Pretty much every redhead out there sorry that they voted Democrat yet. That lady is a twit. I'm checking pictures on my Instagram. I had like things that said I had new posts in there.
Near McMinnville?
I would have to, honest to God, I'd have to pull up Google.
Let's don't go too much about where exactly people are and stuff on the live stream. I'll just start killing.
Hey, guess what? I'm sitting right here.
I mean,
nobody out there.
West.
I mean, would y'all let them take your baby to the park? Any of these people in this side chat, you know, well enough let your baby take your baby to the park. Then they don't need to know your exact location during the live stream.
Well, I was gonna say, to be honest with you, I'm
a deer rifle.
I'm moving right now, so they're not gonna be able to find me.
Yeah,
they're gonna hit a moving target.
Going down the highway.
If I need somebody's exact location on U.S. Highway 84,
yeah, find me.
And I can track them.
No doubt.
Do what they were driving and this, that, and everything else. I've got a 45-second window to make a 500-yard shot.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're moving or not. It's nobody's business where you're at.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me. That's just, hey, I'm the guy that doesn't put his phone number over here in the chat. You know, it's, if I want you to have my phone number, if I want you to know my home address, you have to know me for how long, Rachel? Before you get that? I mean, the people that have my home address, I've shook their hand. I can go to their house.
Yeah, I don't have that yet. I got your PO box.
It's that's just the way I am. That's I mean, there's
I need eyes.
We know he's going down the road, and that ought to be enough for anybody in this live stream. If it's not, then they want to know too much information, and you need to tell them to kiss your ass.
That's like I say. I'm at the Lake of the Ozarks. You know, find me. There's more shoreline on the Lake of the Ozarks than the whole coast of California. So, and really, I'm not exactly on the lake.
Yeah, I was there. I was there. I was in the delivery room with Ray. Well, almost. Kind of sort of live streaming with. Was in the same live stream with Rachel when she had her son, for crying out loud. That's
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
a lot of us were. Who was in the live stream on SOS when Rachel was delivering Lance? I would like a
Keyboard.
kick on the side. Um, it's
I don't remember
I do. I was telling her to breathe.
that. She's probably yelling at you too. No, shut the hell up, Wes.
Yeah, good night, Rob.
Hey, Rob, I wasn't getting on to you, man. I was just, I mean, this is the real world now. Somebody pulled a gun on the local popo and started shooting him at the truck stop.
Really?
And he's dead. And he's from your neck, he's from Arkansas.
Huh.
Him and his old lady stopped to get something to eat, and things went sour, and then he started shooting at the police and got dead. He's my age. It's, this welcome to 2021. This is not, this ain't the 70s no more. This, you literally never know who's gonna throw down on you.
Right? Oh, excuse me.
But yeah, thanks for being patient and allowing me to get on. If I'm not on for very long, I do appreciate you at least invite me. Like, you want to know what was up? That's what's up. I'm over the road again, and unfortunately, my schedule changed again. So I was briefly enjoying, having Saturdays and Sundays off, but that all, like I said, went south when we ended up getting delayed. So I'm back to working Tuesday through Saturdays again.
At least you're working.
Yeah. At least I'm working.
Yeah, you're staying busy.
Yeah.
So what I need to do is do a survival challenge, just me and my clothes and this card. That's not happening. Oh no, I might do it in the spring. No, imagine trying to build a shelter with this. In my part of the world.
Please tell me it's not one of those cards with what the heck do they call those?
Survival card.
Yes.
No.
That's
That's
excellent idea.
There's another quote unquote survival card out there, where the people have purposely put some parts and pieces that are illegal for you to have, that the ATF will kick down your door and shoot your dog type stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh no, nothing like that.
Yeah. No, somebody was making those and they were selling them as survival cards, and some people caught on to what they were immediately and were buying them. And it's like, you're going to get yourself put on a list, just like those people that were buying those key hooks, those key hooks that, you attach to your wall and hang your keys on. And as it turns out, it's actually an auto sear to convert your AR-15 into something that's not legal for you to own.
Oh, that's like the people that are buying those fuel filters. You have to be a complete idiot to buy one of those fuel filters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, you have to be careful. Like, not just those strainers that you're talking about. You have to be careful with buying fuel filter or oil filter or anything nowadays, because anymore now the ATF is like tracking that stuff down. It's like, what's this guy doing? Oh, he's got a firearm. oh, is he going to do? Is he going to make an illegal, an accessory for his firearm? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like
Well,
no,
no, there's something out there that is selling fuel filters that are threaded.
yeah, same size. Yeah, same size as a gun barrel.
And I'm just like, okay, you have to be an idiot to do that. I mean, what? I mean, I would like to give you my mailing address and tell you exactly where I'm at. And I've bought one of these fuel filters that doesn't fit any vehicle or engine that I have, and
But it fits on my 9mm.
yeah, but I can screw it on into my AR-15 if I want to. I just got to drill a hole in the end of the cap, which comes off and conveniently fits into the.
Well, I was going to say I probably wouldn't even bother drawing a hole at the end of it. I would just shoot a hole through it, but
Yeah, you're going to blow the cap off. You're going to have to. I mean, that's the deal. You got to convert it. But
You got compressed air gas.
people own that thing until there's a hole in the end of the cap.
Yeah.
And there's only one reason to buy a 30 caliber fuel filter. I mean, that's just. People are. I mean, you want on a list. And think about all the big channels that are selling these things. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
They probably make more money off. They might be making more money off of giving that list away than they are selling the parts.
Well, they're definitely they're getting endorsed to sell that stuff.
Yeah,
and
to give them the information.
I mean, come on. My name's Bubba, and I would like for you to buy this fuel filter. They don't try to worry about nothing.
I'm not gonna lie, I got a little nervous. I got a little nervous after the fact after I bought 2 K&N oil filters for my truck. And I paid for them on credit card because that's actually how they bust you. Is like you're buying this stuff on credit card, and it's like, oh boy, I realized I bought 2 of them. It's like they're probably gonna think, oh, he bought 2 of them. One, he's gotta definitely turn at least one of those into a suppressor. That's what I'm worried about. It's like. It's not what I bought 2 of them for. I like to have an extra for my truck, so when it comes time to change an oil again, I got one just so I don't have to run the store.
It helps too having a truck that the oil filter fits on.
Well, I mean, people need to quit. I mean, that's the reason they make these new freaking laws and people are like, well, okay, rather than figuring out a way to get this law removed, they just try to figure out a way to go around the law, which makes them build a better law. Just instead of spending all that time and energy getting around it, have the law taken back off the books.
Yeah.
Quit. I mean,
I was just going to say, if anybody thinks I'm going to be doing something illegal, I'm definitely not going to be doing it with an expensive oil filter. I'd rather do it with a cheap one. That is if I'm going to do something like that. It's kind of dumb. Just to ask for trouble.
Whatever it takes to have a regular size barrel on your AR, do that. And then don't, if you want a little bitty short AR or whatever, do that. But if you don't, if you don't like the rules for the way it's set up, then find somebody to run for office that'll go in there and change the way the rules are.
Well, I think that they should just do away with the NFA, but that's another conversation for another day. I didn't mean for this to get turned into that. I just remember seeing that card. It's like, oh, there was some of those survival cards that people were selling, and it was plainly obvious that they were not survival cards. They were people selling illegal accessories.
It all boils down to the same thing. People are screwing themselves. I mean, and they're actually falling into the trap set by the people that want to make more stuff illegal. It's not somebody trying to help you figure a way around this thing.
Well,
I mean,
a lot of these
when
quote
somebody
unquote,
invented some junk like that fuel filter, did you even think you wanted one of those? No. I have no need. I've considered a suppressor for hog hunting, but that is the only application I
yeah,
can think of for owning one of those things that is legitimate. I mean, other than that, I mean, I can't, just, I mean, I guess if you were going to go to the range and you didn't want to blow people's eardrums out, but that's going to be expensive because there's only so many rounds can go through a suppressor.
yeah.
C103 says it looks like a Volvo sleeper. You had a Volvo?
No, negative. It's a freight shaker.
Freight shaker.
Yeah, Freightliner.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. In other words, they look all the same from the inside.
I guess the last Volvo that I was in, it was an old POS from the 90s. It was pretty well used and abused and pretty beat up. So
There is
yeah,
a
I haven't.
50s model snub nose cab over thing, one of the old GMCs or whatever, for sale on Facebook in case anybody's interested. It's one of the old. Looks like it would be something off of Cars or something.
Is that a cab over?
Yeah, it's a cab
Is it
over.
a cab over? Yeah,
It's not
probably.
It's got the bubble nose. I mean, I would show her a picture, but my internet won't hold
Is
up.
it an old Mac?
No, I think it was a GMC. Everybody made the big trick back in the day. If I could get my
I was
hands
gonna
on
say
one,
it could be like could have been a cracker box, or it could have been like a GMC Astro 95.
I want one of those Isuzu
Shit.
steak bed trucks or whatever. That's got the little Cummins diesel in it and stuff. The little cab over truck. I want one of those.
I thought the Isuzu used. I thought it used like its own engine, either its own engine or like a Duramax.
They'll do 75 miles an hour is about it, but they'll get 23, 24 miles per gallon while they're doing that.
Are you talking about like those? Are you talking about like the NQR or NPR Isuzu Elf little
NBC
little trucks that are
too, man.
Hey.
It says Isuzu on the front, and it's a cab over.
Yeah.
Get them in a flatbed. Get them in a box truck. You can get them in a roll-off bed. You can get it.
I think they call those NQRs or something like that.
I knew a guy that had drove for a furniture truck company, and it's just one of those box trucks, but it was a Suzu, and when you climbed in it, it felt like you climbed on the front of the bumper. I mean, the windshield's there, and you can look down and look in front of the bumper, in front of the truck. It's like, this is weird. I mean, it did. It literally felt like it felt like you were riding on the front of this bumper. Like,
a lot of time in one, man, and after you get used to driving it, you don't know why you ever drove a vehicle with a nose on it.
Oh. You're like riding a skateboard.
I drove at my old job. I drove some of the older model Isuzus and GMC W series trucks, which GMC is based. The GMC W series is basically a rebadged Isuzu truck. I drove some of the older ones that were made like in early 2000s. And I tell you what, they do have a really like super tight turning radius, tighter than like the Ford Econoline, cube vans, like where they got like the front end of a Ford van that's cut off, and then they got like a cube, like a box on the back end of it. Got a tighter turning radius than one of those or one of the Chevrolet cube vans.
It's got a seatbelt, C103 and an airbag. You'll be fine. That's what everybody kept saying. Man, I hope we don't run into anything. Stay off your phone. Pay attention to what's going on in front of you.
Yeah, I mean,
That thing would stop, man. It would put you up on the windshield when you hit the brakes.
yeah.
There's only room for 2 people in that cab. You ain't putting no
No.
car seat up in there.
We squeezed 3 people in ours.
Well, yeah, you could. There was a
honest with you,
seat there, but come on, that's not really good chair.
It's not room enough for 3 grown adult men to be squeezing into.
That's like those self-driving cars. I want somebody to get elected that says no, we will never allow self-driving cars on the United States highways. If self-driving
Tell
cars
that to Elon Musk.
self-driving lanes only. And they're
Tell that to Elon Musk.
Yeah, tell that to Elon Musk. Tell him, no, man, we don't want your freaking self-driving cars.
He already had a recall. Was it like 130-something thousand cars in the U.S. for some sort of problem with the touch screen? $1,500 repair.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt, proved that they are decades away from having a self-driving car that will recognize and stop for pedestrians.
Yeah.
Yeah, it recognizes other vehicles, but not other people.
Not other. It doesn't. It won't stop for a bicycle. It won't stop for the dog. And
Right.
unless they pass legislation that says the person that's in that vehicle is 100% liable for the failure of that vehicle to stop, not the manufacturer, but the person who's supposed to be paying attention and operating that self-driving vehicle.
But I was taking a nap then.
They don't need to be on the road.
Wasn't there some sort of lawsuit? I was going to say, a few years ago, this is long before self-driving cars were even going to be considered a thing. Wasn't there somebody who had like an RV and they put it like cruise control or something like that, and they went back, they left the driver's seat, went back to the kitchen to go make a sandwich, and they got into an accident. They sued they sued or they attempted to sue the RV manufacturer. Well, it said cruise control.
I don't
Something
know
like
about
that. I think I heard something, but I don't know. I have to look on that.
That was movie RV, I believe.
But I've seen guys running those self-driving cars or whatever in Dallas, Fort Worth area, literally kicked back with their feet up in the seat.
Yeah, take it out.
No, dude. That's, you're the last line of defense. You're still supposed to watch the road.
Right.
I mean, I'm not into AI either. I don't want a machine that can build its own self. I don't want a machine that can build another machine to replace itself.
Right.
If you can't figure out how to, they're saying that's the only way we can colonize other planets. Okay. That's a load of crap. We can build a space station, an orbital space station. We can send the stuff necessary to do what we need to do to that orbital space station. Then that orbital space station can be a receiving point for what goes on the moon. We can harvest, manufacture, and then from the moon, The moon is where we need to be launching to Mars.
Good night, Rachel.
We could literally build everything we need to go to Mars from the moon, launch from nearly no gravity, no atmosphere, and send everything
Excuse me.
where it needs to go. The only thing was getting the fuel up there. We need to worry about figuring out some form of clean propulsion system
Magnetic.
to do magnetic pulse work. But they're
Put
not
a whole bunch of wind turbines and solar panels on your ship.
the solar works. The only problem is grain of sand traveling. If you're traveling at
Yeah.
100,000 miles an hour,
Hard stop.
you hit a grain of sand.
Ripped it right
It
off.
destroys your
solar
panel.
collector. It's yeah. So space. Everybody thinks space is just this open thing where there's nothing.
No, there's
The Bible calls outer space a firmament. It's not a globe. The Bible's talking about all the stuff that's in outer space. The firmament is the planets and the galaxies and the suns and the asteroids and the meteorites and
all the
all that
dirt
stuff.
from it.
There's plenty of rock flying around in space that you have to dodge.
yeah, that little grain of
there's a
sand
lot.
is just a meteorite.
Right. And it's probably been condensed down to in mass to something uncrazily hard, some kind of so hard that we can't even fathom how hard it is.
Yeah, the auto braking stuff, that stuff is going to start causing wrecks too. A lot of the people, the videos you're seeing on, read the comments over here. A lot of the stuff people are seeing on YouTube where these people are brake checking, no, that's the freaking car doing the auto braking stuff.
Right.
It's
It is a little bit annoying because they actually put that stuff in these trucks too, like these newer Freightliners and these newer Volvos, and heck, even the newer Kenworths and Peterbilts. They got the auto braking, and it is a little bit annoying because sometimes this stuff doesn't it malfunctions for whatever reason. Like when you're going around a sharp curve, it says collision warning. It's trying to put the brakes on. It's like there's nothing to collide with. It's a corner.
Right.
But I mean, that's why you have to have a human in control. I like the assistance or whatever, but it scares me to death every time our Toyota does that. Just, I mean, it doesn't slowly apply the brakes.
Yeah.
And I've nearly had a couple of people hit me in the back end because that Toyota said, "No, we stopping now." And I'm reaching for a truck's pulling out on the highway. I'm reaching for the signal to go around, and the next thing you know, the car is standing on its front wheels, and the guy behind me is like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And and people running with that stuff. Can you imagine being on an icy road or something?
Oh yeah, and it was.
Yeah.
Guess what? You're stopping. No, you ain't.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I mean, there's technology can save a lot of lives. I mean, the collision control or whatever.
That's like I just
when he had that seizure, but it's only
like I just recently, like last year, read on an article about how many people have had car wrecks when it's raining, and most of it, they said it just felt like the car just flew off the road. And what it was is that they had their cruise control set, and cruise control is not supposed to be used when it's raining, because when you hit a hydroplane, your cruise control will automatically just spin the back tires in your really hydroplane. and you just fly right straight off the road.
Yeah, I don't run the cruise in the rain.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like that's the first time I heard anybody say anything about not using cruise control in the rain. You know,
I annoy people with driving in the rain.
I think my car won't allow you to set the cruise.
Yeah, that the Toyota one, like you can't, if the temperature's below a certain whatever, you can't set the cruise.
really.
Yeah.
It'll let you set the cruise in the rain, which I don't, but it won't let you set the cruise when the temperature's below a certain whatever.
I'm surprised they haven't got to where you have to have your seatbelt in just to start the car.
They
Yeah,
do have some models. They do have that.
yeah, but I mean, in all of them, since it's a seatbelt wall, you know, got to have that seatbelt clicked in before you can start it.
I'm personally
You
don't.
know, people get around it.
I don't agree with the
Oh
seatbelt.
yeah,
I believe that people should wear their seatbelts while they're in their vehicle because crying out loud, it just makes sense. But I don't think
well,
there should be a law that says you have to.
Yeah,
I
mandate
don't
that
agree
you
with
have
the
to wear
helmet
it.
laws.
I found out it helps my back better when I wear my seatbelt. It holds my back up. It don't hurt my back as bad when I'm in the car.
It
I don't know
kills my
why.
back for a seatbelt.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
because I get to lean on it a little bit, you know. I don't know. But like on my motorcycle, my back don't hurt on my motorcycle.
I love anti-lock brakes, Tibor. They've saved me more than
Yeah.
once.
Yeah, but
Now,
they feel
Oh,
weird as hell when you put them on.
I've had them not work too, but the downside to it is with that the new technologies and stuff with the collision control and all that. If it's not working, your car's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
It's all
hey
integrated.
Wes, let me answer C103 real quick here. So yeah, this truck is a little bit nicer Freightliner from ones I've had drive in the past. I've drove some really crappy company trucks when I like worked for places like Swift, like really bad trucks that were not spec'd out right. And this company, I mean, this is not upper model trim truck. This is a little bit nicer, so it rides a little bit better. It's a little bit quieter. But yeah, as far as being able to disable certain things, you know, like I don't like the fact that our trucks are governed at 65 miles an hour. I don't like the fact that I can't disable the automatic transmission and just put it in like a manual toggle mode, you know, because there is a toggle shifter on the steering column because this truck doesn't actually have gear shifts. In fact, pretty much almost none of the newer fleet trucks have manual gear shifts because anymore nowadays truck companies are just finding it easier and cheaper to go with automatic transmissions. But there's no way for me to be able to disable the automatic shifting of the gears. You know, I could have done that with the old Freightliner when I drove for Swift. You know, I could get around that and just manually toggle through the gears. So it's kind of annoying because this thing likes to upshift like nobody's business when it shouldn't be. You know, it bogs the truck's engine down, especially when I'm going up a hill or if I'm starting from a dead stop. It tries to start off in fifth gear. It's like this thing just struggles to get to speed in fifth gear, so I have to toggle it down to second or third gear just to get it to go. Sorry.
That would be your company trying to save diesel fuel. If you think about it, that's a lot of, the amount of money they spend on diesel, that's a lot of money. But anyway, there it is,
Yeah.
3 hours, folks. I am getting out of here. If y'all have any parting words for our room, now would be the time to give them to them.
Yeah. I think Rachel said that. Oh, okay. Rachel was back. Yeah. Well, right now we're driving through some pretty hard rain there, Tibor.
No super words of wisdom. Appreciate all y'all. Sorry I can't hang out much longer or any longer. But appreciate y'all. I'll be today's Thursday. Unless I go to Demonville tomorrow, I'll be live around 7-ish tomorrow night. And we'll see if I can get a panel together and we'll do something. I don't know. You'll have to check to see whether I'm going to go live on Wes S, the real one, or Wes S period. But that is it. Other than that, y'all all stay alive and do not die.
God bless y'all.
God bless.
Boom.